Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Cami at large. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this video will be helpful to you to use in your personal daily life. So today's video is going to be about my personal experience from military to law school. I was able and fortunate to get accepted into 9 out of 10 law schools that I applied to. Throughout this video, I will be looking down at my notes, so please disregard. I'm only trying to, stay on track and, give you guys information. So I'm pretty much going to give a little bit of a background of what got me into law, like, why. I also want to give mistakes made, things I would have done differently. You will find out my experience did take a little bit of a turn. So I would definitely say that my journey is definitely not traditional, definitely not a traditional student. So let's get started. What got me into law? From a very young age, my mom, my aunts, they were all, growing up, it was just, they all watched Judge Judy, People's Court, Judge Mathis. And just, I would be right beside them watching it. And it was very, I want to say mentally stimulating, so to speak, even though it's televised, of course, it's not, some of them aren't real. But I would be there trying to decide, like, oh, is the judge going to side with this person, or this person shouldn't have done that? And, I would get so angry as a child, of course. Like, man, they should have did this, they should have did that. And that pretty much got me started into, man, this might be something that I want to do. So in high school, of course, I had a job. My main focus was just getting into college. So, I got into college, when did I start? I took summer classes, June of 2010, and started, regular college, September, of course. And throughout my college experience, I want to say I wasn't really serious. Sorry, law school was there, but it was like I had 3 jobs at one point. I was just going with the motions. And I want to say most people recommend that you take the LSAT your junior year of college, so that if you don't get a good score, you can take it your senior year. Me, I was just getting started my junior year, start studying junior year. So I pretty much paid out of pocket for a tutor. He charged $60 an hour, and I would be studying about 4 hours a week, I want to say, which I wasn't really, like, I was learning stuff, but I wasn't like retaining the information. It would be like, after the 2-hour session, I would just, go to work. I wasn't following up on it, on the material. I wasn't really trying to, I just want to say it was just a big mistake. I definitely, I think it had a whole lot to do with the fact that I wasn't really serious about it at the time. I was still kind of like, maybe there's something else I can do, but, I wasn't really serious. So I think that's a big part of why I wasn't. So I definitely want to say, if you are serious about it, definitely, get your head in the books and don't be like me, my junior and senior year. So, junior year, pretty much studied a little bit. And then senior year rolled around so quick, and I took the December LSAT, and I did not do good. I'm just going to put it out there. Did not do good at all. So this is my senior year. I'm about to graduate. I didn't have a job lined up. I wasn't really looking for a job because, law school was my, plan A. I didn't have a plan B. So big mistake number 2. So I had a job, but it was like retail. It wasn't nothing serious. Nothing career-wise. So I decided to join the Navy, military. So I graduated in May of 2015. And I want to say September, 4 months later, shipped off to boot camp. As many of you know, I'm a MA, basically a military cop in the Navy. So if any of you are interested in that experience, what that was like for me, or boot camp experience, military in general, I will do one of those videos if you guys are interested. So let me know, comment, down below. So where was I? Yeah, so I want to say I joined the military September 1st of 2015, and I will be getting out. I'm still in right now. I'll be getting out in August, and I also start law school in August. So August is a big month for me. So military was definitely, as far as law school, I still wasn't as serious as I became. As soon as you get in, everyone's pressing you. Are you, you should do 20 years, And I did toy with the idea. I did. I'm enlisted, so I didn't go officer route. So, a lot of people, you go officer route, do 20 years, and it just wasn't for me. I always knew I just wanted to do 4 years, even, as it being a backup plan for me because I didn't have a job. I always knew it was just 4, 4 and done. And I think it's very important for a lot of you, like, who are, military and you're trying to do school afterwards, or, it doesn't even have to be law school, and, whatever you're trying to do afterwards. It's very important for you to stay focused. That's another mistake of mine, was that in the beginning, I wasn't focused enough, and that kind of took away from study time. I was more so into the job, learning the job and doing my job well, which is definitely important if you want to keep, do a good job, if you want to keep your job and do a good job while you're doing it. Very, very important. So that was one thing, and it took away from my studies. So I want to say about 2 years in is when I really got serious. The reason for that being, it just, like, law just kept coming up. Like, it was just, I don't know if it was, divine or what. It seemed like everywhere I looked, it was like law was in my face. Things were happening around me, family members, and just me, day-to-day basis, seeing things happen. And I'm just sitting there like, man, if I knew the law about this, I could have definitely helped this person out. Or, just seeing it. It was just in my face, and it just never went away. I feel like that's one thing. If you can't shake it, if you have this goal in your heart and you can't shake it, I think it's something that you need to do. Like, don't let it sit. And about 2 years in is when I really started getting serious. I paid for a kaplan course, and I definitely recommend, if you have the money, please invest. It is an investment. I definitely recommend that you do it. Doesn't have to be Kaplan. You could self-study. I did that as well. Bought a whole bunch of books off of Amazon, dirt cheap. Definitely recommend you at least put some money into your future. It definitely helped out. I was able to increase my score. I can do a video about that too, or a review if any of you guys are interested. Definitely helped out a lot. So I took the January LSAT of last year. They do it more often now. It's not just administered 4 times, or I forget 3-4 times a year. Now it's administered, I think, 6 times, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. So now you have more opportunities to take the LSAT. So definitely was helpful. So I definitely studied, I definitely put my time into that. And I didn't get a high score. I want to put a disclaimer out there. If any of you are looking for a more prestigious experience, this is probably not the channel for you. This is more of an average scope. The school I'm going to is pretty much, it's not, up there. It's not, so it's pretty much going to average type of experience as far as prestige goes. Not your, Yale or Harvard experience. It's going to be a lot different. So, yeah, and definitely helped out. So, you'll see a lot of people, just one thing in the military, especially when you're about to get out, a lot of people will question you. What are your plans? What's your next step? And I definitely, I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. I really do appreciate them seeing if you have, a plan in place, because they don't just want to, kick you out, not kick you out, but have you not have a plan. Because there are a lot of people who get out who don't have a plan, who I'm just going to go back home and, see what's there. So I definitely, but as far as me, it was just more so people just, not really, because a lot of people didn't know the process. So a lot of people couldn't help me. It was like, oh, well, what are you going to do? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do law school. And it's like, oh, okay. So a lot of them couldn't help me. So you'll get that a lot. So it was, I want to say, when did I get my first acceptance letter? I forget when it was. I know where I was when I first got it, and I cried when I first got it. So it was definitely pretty amazing, and I definitely do plan on making more content for you guys. And you know, this is just a start. So just getting this video out there so I can, you know, continue making videos for you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for my first video. If you guys are interested, actually, my next video is pretty much going to be about the like my experience with the LSAT. What steps should you take as far as being a military member with the GI Bill Yellow Ribbon Program, because I will be utilizing the Yellow Ribbon Program. I'll talk about like my application process, like what I did for my, you know, personal statement, you know, what else is there on there? Just addendums, you know, which definitely, you know, helped out a lot. What I used to help me write those. Yeah, so if you guys stay tuned, I will have another video up about that. So yeah, and I think that is going to be it for today. Once again, it's your girl Cammy at Large. Please like the video, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. I will see you guys in the next video.